Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl, Naya Nicole. Today's topic, we're going to be covering why is it so hard to come out as transgender? Make sure to stick around to the end of the video because I have so much information to unpack here, and I sure bet that you are going to learn a lot today. We've all heard the term coming out, right? I think we've all heard it. Well, if you've never heard the term coming out, what it basically means is when a person decides to open up about their sexual identity or their gender identity with everyone or you or anyone. Practically when somebody decides to come out to someone and share this information, they're basically coming out to tell you something. They're not essentially coming out of the closet. I don't know, I guess a lot of people use that term to coming out, right? I absolutely hate it. But anyway, let's move on. As a child, we all, okay, maybe not all of us, grow up accepting our bodies and our identities as they were given to us at birth. So for some of us, we have a lot that we have to go through in order for us to find out who we are. As a child, we have parents, teachers, friends, family telling us who we need to be, right? We have all of these people who loves us and is guiding us through life and showing us how we're supposed to talk, walk, dress, what we're supposed to like according to our gender. Growing up in that kind of environment where you have all of these people around you telling you what you're supposed to be, you kind of grow up a little confused if you end up being transgender, right? Like, so if you end up realizing that you're transgender and you're just somehow not fitting into the mold that everyone's putting yourself into, you end up growing up confused and lost, and you don't even know where to turn to. You start learning very, very fast that maybe being honest about certain things might get you in trouble. So you start lying, you start hiding, right? So it's kind of like playing a hide and go seek game, right? As a child, you grow up and you start pointing at things that you like, or maybe you start acting a little differently and everyone around you is like, no, don't act like this, don't act like that. And you're not supposed to like this, and you're not supposed to talk like that, or you're not supposed to dress like that. And that kind of pushes you and pushes you and pushes you and pushes you and pushes you so far down or so far out behind everything else that you can hide to not be discovered, right? While you have all these people around you telling you exactly who you need to be, you're trying to figure out who you are. A lot of us do not have examples of other trans people around us, right? That we can point at and say, oh, I'm exactly that. Meanwhile, most little boys and most little girls are growing up liking girly things or boy things. It's like a teeter-totter of finding out who you are as a little kid, who you're gonna grow up to be. But growing up like this, being transgender, just imagine, you can't just explore femininity, you can't explore masculinity depending on whether you were born male or female, because you're gonna get in trouble. In most household environments, you're probably gonna get in trouble. It's starting to get a little bit easier nowadays, but we're still not there. We have a lot of work to do. Let's talk about why does someone need to come out and what makes it so hard? Well, coming out as transgender is not like coming out as gay, where you're changing the whole perception of who somebody thinks you are. Coming out as transgender, you're changing maybe your name, your pronouns, the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you talk, pretty much everything. And somehow you're supposed to do all of that without telling people. Yeah, that was crickets you heard, because how the hell would somebody do that, right? If you decide to transition at an early age, you can't just run off to the woods and transition and come back and be like, hi, I'm Naya. Yeah, don't call me my old name again. No, you actually have to do it while everybody around you is just pointing and criticizing you and probably laughing and I don't know, having an opinion or two about what you're doing. When you decide to transition, it becomes very difficult in every aspect of your life. You actually have to come out at home. You have to come out at work. You have to come out at school, whether that's elementary school, high school, middle school, university, and it's all very, very hard, right? You don't just come out in one spot. For most people, they have to come out in many different situations. What you're gonna be doing to the people that you're going to be coming out to is probably gonna be shocking them above all. You're gonna be shocking them because the idea of who they think you were or who they perceived you to be will no longer exist. Now you're telling them, I am now gonna be this person. And they're probably gonna go through a grieving moment, and it's gonna be very hard for you, it's gonna be very hard for them. And that is the reason why it's so difficult coming out as transgender, because you come out to so many people at so many different times. And at the same time, you're trying to find out who you are. If we could all be a little more accepting in life about our children being a little different and allowing them to find themselves, I think we'll find ourselves in a position where we'll have kids growing up and being able to choose feminine things or masculine things, and whether or not they turn transgender, it'll be their choice. I hope so much that this video has taught all of you guys something today, because you know what? We need a little bit more accepting and loving people in the world. I love you guys. So let me know in the comments if there's anything that you guys might want me to talk about on my next video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. See you guys next time.